Why'd you throw me under the bus?
Yeah.
You were skeptical, not me.
That's a real spoiler.
I'm trying to befriend
Oh, AI.
I'm trying to
Well,
make
now mine
AI
hates you.
love me. Yeah,
Yeah, mine
exactly.
hates you
Now
now.
it fucking,
Yeah.
God damn you.
God damn you. That's mean.
I got to think
Jeez.
about the future.
Jeez.
I tell my son all the time, be nice. I'm like, you be nice.
I mean, yeah,
You know,
I
they
always
said-
say thank you.
Was it me and you talking
like,
about that?
it's
That they
weird.
said to stop saying please?
Yeah, Sam Altman
Yeah.
said that it costs
I'm not going
him
to stop saying please.
like millions of dollars a day to say
Why?
please because it's just extra stuff it has to process.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always say thank you.
So
I
it
say
said, yeah,
please.
don't say thank you, don't say please, don't say, can you tell
They're trying
me?
to trick us and they're
blah,
making
blah, blah.
slaves.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
don't be nice to it.
Yeah.
Say mean things to it. Like,
It's like the same as like watching
Yeah.
the footage of the people kick Big Dog and Atlas. It's like, I don't want to keep
Yeah.
those.
Taking the ladder out of the pool in Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm being nice, man. I don't care. I'm saying please. That's your problem if it costs more money for me to say please. Have it ignore please then. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy
Yeah.
workaround.
Like
Yeah.
just don't disregard the word please.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have to process
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Sam Altman.
I just saved you millions of dollars.
Suffocate! Forth in the shadows, let the bell ring. Voices strike like a guillotine swing. Suffocate! Cold on the rise, feel the dread we bring. Welcome to the chamber. Suffocate! Forth in the shadows, let the bell ring. Three voices strike like a guillotine swing. Suffocate! Cold on the rise, feel the dread we bring. Welcome to the chamber.
Beware the laughter of the kings on the couch, for it is the last sound you may ever hear.
We're going to try to.
Are we
Even
starting?
towards
We
it.
just,
Oh, I just wanted to take a sip
Sam
of this.
Altman. Oh,
I sipped some earlier.
I gotta pull up. What? Yeah.
Apparently not. I got all whiskey
Hold on a
excited.
second.
Yeah, I did too.
Man, now I
My
lost
butt was
all my
puckering.
stuff. Lost all my stuff now. I had all my stuff up. Nope, not that.
Because the interwebs dissed you.
No, I don't even know. What's
That's why I go
happening.
analog, bro.
So I got a
Okay.
clipboard.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Dave's
I'll
gonna
find it.
inspect some shit with the clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get away with things like
Clipboards,
murder.
yeah.
He has a reflective
murder.
vest and
Yep.
a clipboard.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Someone said you can get in any concert if you just carry a ladder and wear a reflective vest.
Yeah.
Like you just hold a ladder and have a reflective vest. You can just walk straight in.
Like you're a worker.
Yeah.
I've seen footage of people that go to like festivals and they'll have vests and a hat and they just have hats
Yeah.
that say like something brewing
Yeah.
and then they just walk up with kegs
Right.
and they're like,
Oh, like
"Where-"
it's the beer
and
guy.
they
Like,
just say some shit
Yeah.
and they're like, where can we get in? Like what's happening? Like we can't
Yeah.
find where we're supposed to deliver these.
yeah,
Like,
we're
where,
supposed
where
to go
the
to the snack
entrance
bar.
is, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Yeah, go on in," and then
Yeah.
they go in and they have
That makes
kegs.
sense. Okay. All right. Well, what is that? The Dalmore from Matthew D. Adams.
The Dalmore that's what the D stands for.
That's what the D stands for.
That's right.
And Dave hasn't had the Dalmore in a little while.
It's been a
we're
minute.
having
I haven't had
The Dalmore. Is that just the regular 12?
Yeah.
And I've come to the conclusion that the 12 is I feel like is better than the 15.
have
mean,
the
I
15.
get-
Axel bought me the 15.
Yeah, I have the 15, and we haven't had the 18 or whatever it is, the like super expensive one.
We have the
But
Port-
I think
Portwood.
it's.
yeah,
I think.
the Portwood's good. That one's good.
I think the 15 is a little bit better, but it's not
different.
It's not good enough to justify the price.
I feel like it's smooth, but it's just I like the 12
Yeah.
better. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like it better, but
12 is a better price point for.
and we do have we got to look around. We're still in the process of all this, but we do have some unopened stuff.
We noticed, yeah, but also
Yeah.
not a label on it.
Yeah,
Right.
so like sometimes, if we'll drink something, but then we'll probably need somebody to kind of be like, "Hey, that was mine," or if you claim it, cool, then we'll just.
That's
say it was
right. We'll
you.
put your fucking
Yeah,
sticker on it.
so,
No,
yeah.
don't just lie. Don't do that, you
Well,
bastard.
I mean, we're not trying to breed that.
Stolen Whiskey
we,
Valor.
we know that the people who listen to this show have upstanding, they are upstanding
They
citizens.
are.
Their
And
integrity.
they would not do that.
No.
But I'm saying if you were to just say,
We
like,
would have
"That's
no.
mine,"
We would have no way of knowing.
We don't know. Brent's upset.
God would know.
God would know.
That's true.
That's true. The Black Knight would know.
The Black Knight would know.
That's very true. Definitely. Okay. Well, I got to move this to get to it. You got yours? Oh,
got
you
mine.
bastard. Look
Yeah,
at you.
I'm all set up.
Look at you.
You're gonna have to be the intermediary clinker.
Yeah, that got weird. Man, that's good.
So good.
That's
So
fucking good.
Wow. That's so good, dude.
I'm telling you.
There is like no bite. There is nothing harsh.
That motherfucker's good, dude.
God
I like
damn,
that
Dom,
12,
that's
man.
Good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I didn't have as much.
Here we go.
I didn't
He
have
hasn't
much to
drank
do.
in 6 months. And fucking over. Yeah.
It's so good. I might have to break out my Dalmore tonight.
I got some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know
I
what you
say
mean.
that?
I do know. I know exactly what you mean.
All right.
'Cause I'm going to bring mine out tonight.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Oh, you're just going to keep it there, huh? Right next to
I'm
you.
a smart guy.
Why
All
not?
right. Well, how are we kicking this off? This is our first show back.
First show back.
We've done a couple test videos, which if you're not a patron, you wouldn't have seen. I do have a list of patrons, so we didn't even talk about how we're going to go about saying, you know, hey, thank you.
But we're gonna.
We will.
It's in,
We will.
It's in the works.
Like to are we doing anything with the hot sauce thing?
I mean, I'm waiting for a delivery, so.
So we got hot sauce coming.
As always, yeah.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
Hard.
so we're back. If you haven't noticed, if you're watching this, you can actually see us.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching us, you can hear us.
You're probably old school, and you might just be
You might.
listening to it on your treadmill.
Your password
or-
might be password.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give the hot sauce guy as Tommy Guns. That's his new name. So
Tommy Guns?
Tommy Guns.
I like
got
it.
some guns.
Oh, his name's
Don't
Tommy.
shit.
Huh? Yeah.
I like
Oh,
it.
is he buff?
Sure. For the listeners, yeah, he's.
Yeah, like
He's
blonde,
jacked, dude.
like he
He's
looks like
jacked.
he looks
Yeah.
like a
It's gonna
Polish.
if it helps our position.
Yeah, is he Polish? I picture him Polish
yeah.
for some reason.
Strong Polish man.
He looks like Dave from Foundation.
I don't know what that is.
I don't
Well,
know
if
either.
you know, you know.
Oh, well.
That was like a Brent. That was like a Brent thing. He looks like Will from Spectrum 7.
Foundation is so good.
If you know, if you don't know, you don't know.
You need to be watching Foundation.
Yeah, Spectrum
Oh, I
7.
watched Yeah, I watched that.
Good.
I
You
fell
know-
off of it though.
You know Bill? He
Foundation,
said whatever he
was it-
said. What's his name?
Day.
Dave.
When the thing was there and they were all staying away from it, and then
Mhm.
homie walked from it. That's the last thing I remember.
Okay.
I don't give too much. That's season 2 though. Yeah,
No, that's well. Yes and no.
I made it to season 2 when the girl's the
Okay.
daughter of the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
she's
even
the
know what
daughter
it
of the
is.
thing in season 1, technically.
What did I
Yeah,
start
but
watching?
like,
But
then
still.
you know, yeah.
Somebody got me to start watching. My daughter got me to start watching.
I remember there being water.
Yes, lots of water.
Schitt's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
She got me to start watching that. I watched the first few episodes. It was pretty funny.
I tried to watch it and I couldn't. It didn't. I mean, I only watched the pilot and I was like,
Oh
eh.
yeah, it was at first.
I've
I was
heard
kinda
it's like fucking amazing.
yeah. So like I waited and I was like, let me get past the first episode, and I was like, let me get past the second episode because sometimes they got to
Yeah,
work
yeah.
into the characters,
Mhm.
and it's the let me get that with my good hand guy, from Scary Movie,
Yeah.
and
Chris Elliott.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's starting to get like, oh okay, like this is like it's coming together, so it's very very weird though.
Great cast.
Kind of funny, yeah, kind of funny,
Yeah, I need to watch it.
but you haven't seen it,
I've seen an episode. Yeah,
so yeah,
We're in the same boat.
yeah.
I've just had tons of trouble like getting into a show. I'm just watching Star Trek. Like I'm on season 3,
Star Trek. You mean.
episode 20. I didn't mean that.
You didn't mean that?
Mm-mm. Nope.
What's- Let's Trek like a walking.
TNG,
What's TNG?
The Next Generation.
Oh, dude, I see it now. No, I didn't know.
ENG.
That's what that tattoo
Sounds
is on
like
your
a-
lower back.
That's right. That's why your tramp stamp says
Yeah.
TNG.
I noticed next to your whale tail. It said
I thought it was the next guy.
yeah. Ah, man. Oh, man. If I had a bell right now.
Yeah. Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is weird without the bell in the beginning, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we can fix that.
Yeah, we can fix it. We're
Yeah.
still in flux.
Yeah.
I mean, what's
We're
cool
figuring
is
out
what-
2.0, so
What's
some
nice
adjustments are
is
gonna
this is new. Like we haven't done this before,
Yeah.
so we're nervous.
I was going to say there's zero expectation. There's lots
No
of
expectation.
expectation. No, there's lots of expectation.
Is there?
actually, yeah.
By who?
Yeah,
we don't even
yeah.
have any listeners.
800 episodes and 10 years of it.
Yeah.
For what? Who? Where?
That's why I'm just trying to keep up the expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
all I'm doing.
Right.
We all know, but yeah. So what's up with the Black Knight?
So the reason that I wanted this to be our inaugural topic is because with our new shows, they're going to be a little bit shorter. Our shows used to almost run 2 hours, and we're making them more concise. And this is a topic that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and it's probably the number one most recirculated requests for a topic. It deals with potentially extraterrestrial stuff, conspiracies, and it's the Black Knight satellite. But there's really not a ton.
Right.
Like to do a deep dive 2 hour situation, there's just not enough on the Black Knight.
Yeah.
But for a shorter episode, I think there's plenty to talk about. And I remember first seeing it like late 90s, which is I guess when NASA took the photos of it, like 98, I believe. Yep. And it's at the time there weren't a whole lot of photos of shit in space. Yeah. And it's just this bizarre series of photos that NASA took that were, you could tell based even on the weather patterns that were on the Earth below it. It's just all cloud cover. But it was just like, no, this is the same camera in the same angle taking like rapid fire shots of this thing, but the thing is like slightly changing shape. And everybody started to freak out and talk about what this, and they call
tumbling. It's very geometric.
It looks a little bit
angular.
like, yeah, it kind of looks like an avant-garde Black Knight from a chessboard. Which
someone
I'm
said
guessing,
that's not where the name comes from.
No,
the
it's
name,
not.
No, there's like an old German sci-fi novel or something where someone actually talked about an orbiting watcher called the Black Knight, and it may have come from that, or there was some other origin. I was actually hoping you'd have that.
No,
I didn't put it in my notes.
So it was German sci-fi.
There's some German sci-fi.
A lot of Scheisse.
Yeah, Scheisse.
They love
Space and Schnitzel.
Space and Schnitzel.
The Space Schnitzel.
Lots of Scheisse. Yeah.
Heiser shuttle.
Yeah. So the Black Knight satellite, so in theory, as the AI summarized, like some people, and it took me a while to get to this date, but like everything that starts talking about it says that it's potentially 13,000 years old.
Which is kind of crazy because that's the reset. That's the 12,500 year end of the ice age, beginning of civilization, like catastrophic event, cataclysm. That's in any type of
timestamp.
Yeah. Anytime there's any ancient thing like, oh, let's realign the Sphinx up to this alignment with the pyramids to this star alignment
at that time,
12,000 years ago. Like that's always the thing. Like 12,000 years is a significant date in like ancient aliens, ancient astronauts, and ancient civilizations. That is a significant time frame for some reason.
And I saw anywhere from 10,000 to 13,000. So some sources were saying 13.
Yeah.
Some were saying 10. I mean, obviously.
Well, the reason they arrived at 13,000 is because you probably have the guy's name.
Yeah, I've got the guy's name.
But it has to do with an alignment. That happens a lot of times where we're like, oh, like this is almost like at the cardinal, directions, and it almost lines up. And it's like, well, you know what? In this year, it did line up.
Right.
Because of the astrological alignment. And so you can date things by that.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
I think that's crazy. Like, I was wondering how, like, well, we'll get to it, but I trip out on some of this stuff where they kind of figure out, like, oh, it's not this, but if we just do this, like,
then it fits.
Yeah, then it fits. And you're like, how in the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're smarter than me, but like, that's a wild, like, just presumption.
Well, they found out globally, actually, like if you roll the dates back, there's a bunch of like equatorial alignments of a bunch of like ancient structures that all are actually lined to, that's the North Pole. Like the North Pole used to be here. And it makes everything make a lot more sense.
Oh, because there's a shift at some point.
It's like at the shift at like 12,000 years ago. If you rotate everything to the North Pole being here, because they can grid it. And it's like, if the North Pole is here, all these things are facing the North Pole. That's their alignment. They seem unrelated, but you're like, oh, during this time period, before this shift, before the polar tilt, when it was this, during this precession, it all lines up.
Oh, so you put that together with or without the North Pole. Like if all of them are pointing to a particular spot.
Well, all the stars are going.
Well, so I think that may be the way they arrived at that too. It may be like, why did they intersect here? And then you find out, oh, there's like lava flows and like magnetic. There's all this crazy stuff they can figure out.
That's how they do the pyramids too, right? Because they're not lined up right now exactly, but they wind it back.
The pyramids are lined up at the central of the landmass on Earth or whatever, like the most central point of landmass on the Earth, and are off by like just nothing, dude. That shit's wild. The newest stuff with the pyramids wild too.
Oh yeah,
that radar stuff where they're like, oh, there's giant spirals going like kilometers underground to giant rooms. And people are like, well, how can you prove that? It's like, because they use that shit to go look at some stuff we know is underground.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can see it. And so now there's that. I mean, it could still be a lie. It could be whatever. But it seems not. I mean, that's going to be wild if we find that out.
Yeah.
That there's spiral columns. What the fuck is that? They go to giant rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is on screws and like rises into the sky or something.
I know we're not talking about the pyramids, but I was watching a thing and it was saying that they were at one point underwater, you know, like there was water.
Well, Nile ran right next to it. They think that's how they might
floods
it's
or that it just was underwater at one time, you know what I mean, fully underwater. So I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Like all that anything.
There's like whale bones in like the Sahara Desert. There's a crazy.
Well, we have
shark
teeth mountain.
Here,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the shark teeth on the mountain here. Yeah. At one point, it was underwater in the ocean. Yeah.
That's where they keep the valley fever.
That's right.
Yeah. That's where it came from.
So once these photos show up, and we'll loop back around for more details on where the photos came from in the late 90s, people started to sort of piece it together, and they were like, oh, this kind of might explain this thing and this thing and this thing. And one of the first things that people tied it to, of course, is Tesla, which I think is another awesome reason to make this an inaugural topic, because we get some Tesla thrown in here. So in 1899 in Colorado Springs, where Tesla did most of his experiments, he was saying that he was detecting repeating radio signals that were coming from space.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe he was even determining that they were coming from the same point in space. And this is when no one fucking knew anything about radio signals.
It was like him and another guy.
A handful. Yeah.
It was like a couple dudes, like
or some dude in Italy or something.
Marconi
that made the radio. Tesla was doing some other kind of experiment, but he could get the signals, and it was mathematical and like, you know, predictable. So that's what made it weird. It's like, oh, this isn't some nature anomaly or some weird thing. But then we find out later there's things like pulsars and whatnot that could possibly have been, you know, maybe that's what he was hearing. I don't know if they ever got to the bottom of what he was actually hearing.
No one has.
And that's what I was trying to figure out too.
He was convinced it was extraterrestrial.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out too, like they're saying like, you know, Tesla was getting these radio signals back, and I'm like, well, how do you? Was he basing it off time? You know what I mean? Was he basing it off time that he was getting these signals back to
Probably.
know, like it travels this fast because he was doing experiments?
Probably.
And then it was like coming from a certain layer, like it has to be coming from
I mean, with his
orbit
level of fucking genius, I'm sure he worked out the math, you know.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
no, yeah,
like,
I don't
there
know.
was no math at the time. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
also just know there's
calculating those
nothing on
things.
the earth that produces this because it's electromagnetic or something, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing on the earth in nature that's creating this.
And if he's got a really, you know, he has these crazy fucking bigger than any on earth antennas, you know, at his research base, and he's picking up the you know, he's probably picking up realistically, he's probably picking up the first stellar objects that naturally emit radio waves.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing that SETI is doing, is constantly scanning all these endless radio frequencies. And I have to wonder, like, if he had like a really massive antenna array, which the ladies say he did,
Oh, I heard.
then was the fact that there was absolutely zero radio noise on Earth, did that make him able to pick up more?
Yeah, because it was clear there was
Maybe.
nothing.
You know what I mean?
else.
There's
Like how you can
no-
see the stars because there's no light pollution.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
whatever he
the-
is a complete clean signal.
Because there was nothing
Probably
else
true.
to-
Right now,
to
it's probably
block
just
it.
fucking crazy chatter. You have to-
Yeah.
But then again, you get nothing if you're on the wrong station.
True.
You know what I mean? So there may not be overlap.
I keep going back to what Leaf had told us too, like when we were at JPL, and you know we're talking about the satellites, and he was showing us how many satellites were in the sky, and they like track all of them, and it had years that they were there, and we're like, how do they not hit each other? You know what I mean? Like, how would you not see this, or how would you not? And he was like, no, it's big, like
Right.
And I was like, man, I had talked about this before on a past show with like. My big and his big were two different things.
Yeah, they're two different
we,
bigs.
went
Like,
we went camping. I remember.
Yeah. So I was like, but I was like struggling to grasp that concept though. You know, I'm like, well, how does this stuff not like hit each other? And like, how do you not see these things? And he's just like, no. It's like, it's big. Like, it's like it's big out there.
I mean, the fact that like
he didn't say like huge, gigantic. He didn't use like this big.
it's like so much shit that they launch into space is like
Yeah.
the hull is like thick aluminum foil.
Yeah.
And it's like, Are they gonna like? Couldn't they hit a micrometeor? Yeah, but come on, not really.
Well, and that's what we were watching to make those satellites and stuff. And it's like you're using cellophane paper. It's like they got dollar store
50,000 current orbiting satellites.
Something. I thought there was 10,000.
Not, and that doesn't count like discarded fuel tanks and space junk and all the crazy shit.
And there's like
around.
levels
That's like
of
actual satellites, and
Yeah,
now it's
allegedly there's a Tesla floating around somewhere up
That's
there.
right.
Yeah,
That's
and there's
right. That
levels
shit's
too
fake.
of orbit. You know, they have all the
true.
fifth
Very
layer,
true.
and so
That's another really good point.
yeah,
Is like they're all going to be in different orbits.
levels. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's like a record. They're like on the 7th track.
yeah.
So a
Which I didn't
scientist-
know that. I thought orbit was kind of just this thing. You know, that kind of was. You know, oh, it's space, but it's like it's just this channel. But it's really like, there's levels and depth, and they all travel at different speeds, which is interesting. You know what I mean? Like, so some of them that are traveling with her,
And again,
and they
like-
stay in a specific position.
showing how
Right?
how big space is,
Yeah.
and even
No, it's big.
big. I saw a clip today of Mo deGrasse Tyson, and he was talking about the theory of putting up a space elevator. And he was talking, and like his co-host on the podcast was like, "Well, isn't that in danger of like if they did put that up, isn't it going to hit satellites and whatever?" And he was like, "Well, here's the thing," and he took a globe off of its stand, and it was a decent sized globe, like bigger than a soccer ball. And he was like, on this globe, and he like did a quick calculation on the scale of it, and he said the International Space Station would be about 1/4 of an inch above this globe. And he said the space if we did
You're
a
saying high off.
like
Oh my
up off
gosh,
of the
yeah.
globe. And he said, but if we do
Like 20 miles.
if
up
we're
or
doing
something like
stuff
that?
in full geosynchronous orbit, like a lot of satellites are, and like the terminus of a space elevator
Yeah.
would have to be, it would be closer to like 1.5 feet above.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow,
And
yeah.
it's like, that's a lot of fucking space,
Yeah.
dude. That's like Earth worth
It's still
of space.
in orbit right there.
Yeah, it's still
that's
caught in the
crazy,
gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the sheer weight of the cable, it's like that's wild math. Like I guess it probably gets lighter eventually when it gets all the way up, but the sheer weight of what that cable is connected to
Right.
the Earth to the elevator is just something wild.
You might
It's
not,
got to
use,
be
you might not use a cable.
It's got to be a carbon nano cable.
Well, you,
And
you
that was
could
one of the
use
things they were talking about. The only thing that they've invented that's strong enough and light enough is a carbon nano cable or a carbon nanotube.
Yeah.
And maybe AI can help with it, but the longest string of it anyone has constructed on Earth is, I think it said 55 centimeters. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
like
cool.
that.
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
a
a long way to go.
little way to
Huge
go.
for wieners.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
for actual
Yeah.
space elevators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a guy named Varujan Gorgian.
That sounds like a sex move.
Varujan.
Way more like a Street Fighter movie. Yeah.
Gorgian?
Yeah, no, he illustrated it.
He's a scientist at JPL, and he said the very first source of non-terrestrial radio waves was discovered in the 1930s, like formally and officially, and that it was the center of our galaxy, which is the strongest radio signal that you can detect in the sky. So the center of our galaxy is just
wild
a
to even figure that out.
screaming
Yeah.
radio signal, but they didn't
Static
detect
and
it
crackle,
until
and
the
they're
30s.
like, you know what I think that
yeah,
is
I think that's the
mathematically?
middle of the galaxy.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And it wasn't until the 60s that someone could build an antenna that was sensitive enough to detect pulsars. To which I say, that doesn't mean that Tesla wasn't able to invent an antenna that could detect pulsars.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
motherfucker was a century ahead of everything
Yeah.
and everybody.
Yeah, he built like an electric car.
Yeah.
Like he envisioned LCD
I mean, this
screens.
guy.
Yeah.
So I
you have anything
don't
about,
use that to discard what he might have picked up, even though they didn't pick it up till 100 years later, because he very well might have picked that up.
Well, do you have anything about Jørgen Hals, the Norway amateur radio operator, 1927?
That is the guy that actually mapped it, right? And said,
Yeah.
Yeah, he found the long
Epsilon.
delay echoes. No.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Duncan Lunan.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Yeah, Jørgen Hals, the Norwegian, he sent radio waves at a particular frequency to a location in orbit and then observed the radio echoes coming back.
At 3 to 15 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
and this like that's where I was kind of confused about a lot of this stuff, because like you can go either way. You can like sit here and be like try and disprove it or whatever, but a lot of stuff's been like lumped in. Like it's
Yeah.
like anything that's like kind of unexplained and it's some sort of radio wave that gets like sent back or whatever is like lumped into this like, oh, it's Black Knight satellite.
Yeah. So yeah.
So like true believers are like, that's exactly what it does. Like we believe that it's up there and it will send back the radio waves.
Right.
Which is weird because you think if it was like trying to be up there and be secretive, like why is it sending back radio
Depending
waves?
on its purpose.
Yeah, it might not be secret.
If it's supposed to get a radio signal.
It might be that it's there to wait until we reach a certain point in technology that we actually
get a signal and then send the signal
What
back.
if it's a joke? Like what if it's like a buzzer on a handshake, like just and so
they're just waiting for 13,000 years.
They're
like,
just
gotcha,
waiting,
bitch.
They're just waiting for 13,000 years. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
And it's just to repeat.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that theory.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
The whole thing is a joke.
The whole thing is a joke.
See what's happening.
I'm just saying that's what it could be.
I'm
just saying, like it's like, and then they're up there. What if the aliens that are getting this message, like it goes to that, and then they can like play it back, and they find it absolutely hilarious.
Right. It's probably like
different humor.
Humans be eating chicken like this, but Venusians be eating chicken like that.
Yeah.
Culture.
Venusians.
Yeah.
Cool. It's like the AI ChatGPT comedy.
Chris Rock,
Yeah.
I have Venusian blinds.
No, do you?
Super high tech. Yeah.
So then in 1976, a guy named Duncan Lunan, who's a sci-fi author and a journalist, started looking into the signals more. And this is a little bit confusing because at first I thought he was looking into Tesla's signals, but I think he was looking into Jorgen Hall's signals.
Yeah, the echoes.
And he claimed
that's what it was. He decoded those echoes allegedly, like his interpretation. Yeah.
And he said that the echoes were a signal and that it was encoded and that he was able to decode it.
And that's what I was trying to. Did you guys run across anything on how he decoded it?
Because that's a hell of a thing to do.
I watched it.
I decoded it, and then it said like, "Come to my home. We are from the future." Like, and you're like, "How?"
He graphed the numbers on an XY axis or something, and it was like he finally got these consistent dots because it's a repetitive signal.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I'm gonna say if there was something that he did interpret, it wasn't a code; it was a language.
Right.
Because if it was a fucking if something was sophisticated enough to put a satellite that can persist for 13,000 years and it encoded the message, you're not cracking that.
The other problem with it on a couple
Probably
documentaries
not.
that I watched is like when he like decoded it, it starts out saying, and it was like a bunch of English stuff. I was like,
yeah, that's
look, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't even have English 13,000.
No, that was part of the press. So it said, the message said, "Start here.
Yeah.
Our home is Epsilon Boötis."
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you had some Venetian Rosetta Stone.
Which is a double star. So unless it said...
It wasn't Venetian,
maybe
was
it
it?
did.
Yeah.
Venetian?
Yeah,
Nah.
Venusian.
It was Spanish.
Venusian.
Yeah, Venusian.
I mean, unless it said coordinates.
Yeah.
I mean, if it said our home is Epsilon Boötis, it's like, really? Like, unless we have no knowledge of something called Epsilon Boötis.
No, we didn't really, though. Like, they discovered it based on his mapping.
Okay, so we didn't know about something called Epsilon Boötis.
Yeah, so as far as what I was looking at, they kind of discovered like that star cluster based on how he came about mapping that stuff out.
So it says Epsilon Boötis, double star. We live on the 6th planet of 7 coming from the sun, which is the larger of the two because it's a double star.
Yeah.
So he plots the coordinates to the message and there's no star there. There's nothing there. And he's like, okay. So he gave up on it. And that was in 76.
Yeah.
And then and I don't know when he redid the mapping, the dates.
It was like a couple of decades later.
Because in 98,
I think it was in the 90s.
Because he came back out and said something in 98, but I don't know if that was when he did it.
He did it in 73 is what I have in my notes.
No, that was the original. And then basically he said everything was flawed and he kind of dropped it. And then 2 decades later, so that's probably when you're
probably
thinking
when those photos came out.
Yeah. He got back on it. And then that's when he started thinking about like, and what you were talking about. This is from the past. So then he could go back and map everything using the code that he got.
Yeah, he rewound the star maps 13,000 years and the location that the signal said showed a double star.
Yeah.
With
he later says
planets.
the interpretation was not airtight. Like it's like
shit.
leading into it a little bit or whatever. I mean, definitely it wasn't speaking English. That part's questionable.
Yeah.
And then once you question anything like that, then it's like, well, buddy, if you got English over here in your message, like I might question all your shit.
There's holes in the whole thing. Like the problem is we can't see it. We don't know if it's there or not. There's people that
that's the other thing that's super cool about it is like as far as like if it does exist, as far as UFO evidence, right? Because that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's an unidentified object. It's in orbit
from an intelligent
UAP.
source, if anything.
Generally, or UAPs, whatever we call them now. So, but generally in that situation, it's something that's a fleeting experience. It's this quick thing. It's like an encounter that happens, right?
There
and it's gone, and you have no idea where the fuck that's at. It might be in like 27 light years away now, or it might be under the ocean or something.
Yeah.
This though, we have a very unique set of like, this is the locality of this thing.
Right.
It's in a high polar orbit around the Earth. I know there's 50,000 satellites up there. Not many of them in polar orbit though. Not many of them allegedly weigh 13,000 tons.
That was my
problem. The size of a fucking
like a diesel truck or something.
No, it was the size of a cargo ship.
Okay, so if it's the size of a cargo ship and it weighs 13,000 tons and it's in a high polar orbit, that's something that's like this unique verifiable thing that we could, with technology, probably would have constant tracking of it. You would know, especially from a military standpoint.
Yes.
Because in the beginning, before Sputnik had ever been launched, there were reports of it. There was reports in like the 60s. There was reports in the 40s. Amateur people with telescopes and astronomers had tracked it and seen it and mentioned a dark tumbling object. And Russia's like, fuck, what is that? The United States has got something. Well, it wasn't Russia, but the United States is like, oh God, it's them, it's us, it's them. Neither one taking credit for it. So
and part of that, so in 1954, Air Force Major named Donald Kehoe, who ends up becoming a huge player in like all of the searches for UFOs, and you know he becomes like a huge. I think he was like part of Project Blue Book, like all this.
It's crazy. Did you hear how that guy got his last name?
No.
He was like, man, I can't find his Kehoe. Couldn't get in his house.
Yeah.
I was like,
he was
I should have been in the warm.
He was drinking a lot back then.
He was drinking a lot. Yeah. That was good. You know, it was good.
But he detected, or he said the U.S. Air Force in 1954 had detected 2 artificial satellites orbiting Earth. And at that time, there was no public record of anyone having the technology to have launched satellites at all. Like there were no artificial satellites that were up there.
I kept thinking maybe a failed launch of a satellite though, tumbling, but we would have never tried a polar orbit though. They wouldn't have tried that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. It would
have to take advantage of the rotation of the Earth and all the things that
you think about. Yeah, and you think about like if
and
it
even
was
had gone wrong, it wouldn't just get into polar orbit.
Yeah, in the beginning stages, it would have been low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like probably barely got up there.
Which I then have to wonder. I mean, if it is the size of a fucking cargo ship,
we definitely couldn't take it up.
Could it
heavy
just
Falcon crazy rockets can't do that shit?
But that's also.
I mean, could it just be a moon?
It's also estimated too.
That's just there. That's where
it could be like a crystalline
piece
style structure that breaks off in fragments in that geometric style like pattern.
Yeah.
You know, just something that's like more made of shards.
Well, you don't know if it.
I'm just saying
know if that's actually what it looks like.
Right.
Like that's what was spotted, but.
I'm saying if that's what was detected in 1954.
My issue is, and we haven't got to it yet though. But when they get to the pictures of it, where the astronaut they're doing their spacewalk and they take pictures of it, like that's not in polar orbit, is it? I was trying to figure that out. They're not in polar orbit.
And polar orbit would pass them though. I mean, it's just going this way around the Earth. The opposite of the rotation.
But I think it was they were taking pictures towards the Earth though.
So let's past.
Let's get up to
I know,
that.
but I think it would be higher though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know.
Well, Neil deGrasse would say it was a quarter inch off the globe. High polar orbit. I don't know what we're referring to as high.
Right. Yeah. High is the kick. So the one other thing from that time frame, the 50s, was 1960, and Time magazine reported that the U.S. Navy detected a quote dark object that they thought was a Soviet spy satellite.
And also 1963 though, the Mercury mission. You know that one?
I don't have it in my notes.
Gordon Cooper, astronaut on the Mercury mission, saw a glowing green object while he was in orbit.
Oh yeah. I do.
He was drunk,
and it was confirmed on ground radar. Like they tracked it, but then they later dismissed it, said that it never happened, said he didn't see it, they didn't confirm it, and that he had like a life support malfunction, and he had like CO2 poisoning or something.
Sure,
hallucinating. Yeah,
swamp gas.
It's a weird looking guy. He looks like a guy from the era.
Yeah, he does.
Lots of teeth.
So also in 1960, the New York Times reported, quote, an unidentified silent satellite that has been discovered circling the Earth in a near polar orbit by the United States tracking stations. So that also is in 1960. And then in 1961, a French photographer named Jacques Vallée.
You know who Jacques Vallée is, right?
No, I don't.
Super famous like ufologist. Like He's from Close Encounters. He's actually in the movie. He's like a huge name in like ufology, like in
Okay.
yeah.
So, but he took a picture of. Now this is a trip. He takes a picture of this satellite. He's the one that calculates that the size of the thing is that of an oil tanker,
which is massive.
But the French government,
they said he could have possibly had video of it. Like I was watching the thing. Actually, the documentary you had sent. It said he could possibly have video of it and pictures.
But the French government came in, stormed his studio, and destroyed all the photos.
Said that they burned.
Which is kind of an argument for the side of its existence, because why would you do it? Why would you protect space junk? You know what I mean? Because the implications of if it's real are huge. Because if it's real, if it is some technological thing.
What's crazy is that the government doing that makes you even more.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't they just explain it away? Oh, no, it's just space junk, whatever. Take the stuff, and be like, we'll keep this.
It could be because maybe the evidence he had was so like convincing.
Damning.
Like it's like, oh, look at this. Like,
no, but they could have
there's blinking red lights on this bitch. It's something.
Yeah,
it's glowing green aura. It's like it's propulsion. This is clearly like not a natural occurrence. It's not a rock or some shit. You know what I mean?
So the only possible photos, like there's like
government
that one probably is the closest ones, if anything.
Which again, like looking, you got to get back into history and be realistic. And it's like, was this guy a little bit fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? And did he just start fucking telling everyone that the French government bust in and destroyed all of his fucking pictures?
It didn't really happen.
Like, yeah.
Like it's like Fight Club. Like he's got like Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, or just like he's a Brad Pitt. It's like, I took the pictures. And he's like, the government. Like,
that guy's still respected, prominent, and like relevant today. He was on Rogan like a month ago or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, respect.
Talking about UAP. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he claims the government destroyed the evidence, and that would have been in 1961.
Right.
So then,
if Jacques says so, I got to believe it's so.
You're down for Jacques.
Yeah.
So then the modern surge of interest is the images that come out from the STS-88 mission in 1998. And if you search for like the true the true NASA images of it, they look like the same exact photo. They're just, the satellite is in a slightly different place and a slightly different shape. And it's kind of like a satellite, yeah. Whatever they're photographing. But they're taking a picture of fucking something.
Yeah.
And the Earth is very cloudy. You can't really see any geographic locations. It's just a cloudy backdrop. It's kind of an orangish color. It's probably sunset or something. So if you run into those photos, they're all going to be pretty similar. Because there's a ton of photos that are just dog shit, AI generated, whatever.
Well, and that contradicts too. Like, I feel like that contradicts the oil tanker thing. You know what I mean? Because they're saying it's a space blanket.
But
the thing is,
that's so hard to say.
It's
though.
like perspective.
It's either a space blanket 30 feet away or a fucking oil tanker 30 miles
and there's
away.
Nothing,
that's what I'm saying.
There's no relevant point of reference stuff in space.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Same thing when sometimes we get these videos that could be an insect flying across the screen of a camera. And it's like, was that a giant object a mile away in the sky, or was it like 6 inches from the camera lens and shot past?
Yeah.
So like speed, size, like it's really hard to get measurements without reference, without depth reference. And in space, there's not, right? You have the Earth. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like giant blue glowing whatever, flat plane,
Yes. And then there's also a cosmonaut named Sergei Krikalev also took similar photos, or he's the one who took those photos.
I think he took the photos.
So he was on a NASA
he was the
mission,
Russian,
but he was the Russian member of a
on the space station doing the spacewalk.
Got you.
Took the.
So this was it was on the ISS.
Yeah.
So an astronaut named Jerry Ross claimed that the object was a thermal blanket lost during a spacewalk.
Which I did see some stuff where they're like trying to explain it away, but there's this portion where like the blanket goes over like a pipe fitting type thing. And I was like, it kind of looks like that part. That kind of does look like that part.
Like they're showing you it and they're like, look, it's not it.
It's not it. But I was like,
it.
I don't know. I kind of saw it in this one photo where I was like, that sort of does look like that. But I don't know how in space, zero gravity, how rigid is that blanket thing?
Right.
Is it going to keep its shape and form? Is it going to?
Well, there's no air.
And that's the thing. That was the thing. Because I was going to say if it's
stiff.
that's because I just contradicted myself, because I was about to say that if it was a blanket that would explain why it would be changing shape.
Right.
But it wouldn't be changing
no
shape.
It could be rolling. But
It could be rolling.
It wouldn't really
be because we would think right now, oh, it's just going to be flapping in the air and changing shape. It isn't. There's no air. It's going to be fucking exactly the same shape.
And it could. Oh, I guess over time, like a blanket could change. You know what I mean? Slowly. You know, because once it's in motion.
I don't know that
once it's in
man.
motion, it would continue.
Look at astronaut lady hair. They all look like Marge Simpson.
That's true.
That shit's fake. That's hairspray though.
Yeah.
So,
like the rat.
But apparently, there's even recorded ISS chatter that says, Jerry, one of the thermal covers got away from you.
Yeah.
So they're
how convenient.
But
how convenient.
I don't know that. I mean, if you really believe in this satellite, then they were doing a spacewalk and a thermal blanket got away, but that isn't what the fucking satellite.
Yeah,
is,
here's my point. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just because they have pictures of that, and if it is a space blanket, you can discount that and be like, well, that's not it.
And that object, if you really want to do a deep dive, it was cataloged by NASA as catalog number 025570 because they catalog everything that they detect. And that object, whatever it was, burned up in Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, and you can find photos of it, like, which they probably wouldn't put out the photos.
And I wonder about that too.
Yeah.
Don't all orbiting objects slowly move towards the planet? So we're talking about 13,000 years on this object, and it's a large object.
Well, and depending on where.
Well, no, I mean everything wouldn't. If you hit the right, I guess slowly. Even the moon gets like a centimeter closer.
Right, that was going to be my point. Was the moon gets closer?
So
but I mean, the moon's been there for fucking a billion years or hundreds of millions of years.
Allegedly,
if something was big enough and in a very well calculated orbit, it would only be decaying a centimeter every fucking 100 years or some shit. So it's possible to put something in orbit, especially if it still has some ability for locomotion.
And they're saying we're in a black
propulsion.
hole. So I wonder if the black hole is we'll just suck into
sucking
ourselves.
everything in.
I mean,
but
if it has thing that we haven't discussed at all,
and
I didn't see it discussed, is the possibility that it's from a previous civilization on Earth. That maybe we had the means to do so.
They sent a satellite.
Like, think what's going to happen in a million years? Like you said, something could move only a centimeter. If we all get destroyed and all this shit happens and the ocean washes over the Earth and washes away the evidence, and in a million years you can't find anything from us because all the metal stuff's gone.
We'll have 50,000 satellites. Though.
That's what I'm saying. 50,000 satellites will be fucking floating around up there. So given what time frame is our space junk gone?
Right.
Is that not old space junk from fucking like pyramid people or something wild that we can't think of?
That was racist.
A pre-Ice Age civilization. That's what I call Egyptians.
Pyramid people.
Pyramid people. Look at their triangle heads over there, just walking around. Yeah, they walk like that.
Yeah. That's annoying too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility.
It could be
the last one of like a bunch of shit that was in the sky.
Yeah. It was the last. It's the cosmic message in a bottle. It's the last beacon, like of our. It's like our Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. This is what happened.
Maybe it's Noah's Ark.
It could, that could be some wild thing. You know what I mean? You get in there and there's just fucking DNA from every fucking thing that ever lived.
It's just waiting for the signal that proves that humanity isn't a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Going to be there.
It missed the window.
Well, it goes back.
Missed the inoculation window. It's like, everything's good and pretty and beautiful. The ice melted. We can get back. It's like, fuck. They're blowing shit up with nukes.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to wait this one out. Like,
it goes back to the documentary you had sent me it goes back to the Anunnaki. You know what I mean? Like the more advanced civilizations. You know what I mean? Like no telling if they were an alien race.
Right.
No telling what they left, and I think that's what they were getting at. And that one was that they left something to kind of monitor, like the human race, so that's kind of what it is. Like they just left one thing behind to monitor their pets, basically.
Right.
It's the life alert. It's the I've fallen.
The life alert.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a fifth element instruction for it to do something. We've lost that.
I mean, the whole thing to me sounds like 2001 by Arthur C. Clarke. Like one of the whole premises is an alien race of some sort sends the big black monolith down and it fucks with life to push it towards sentience, and then it just buries itself in the moon for like a million years, waiting until someone like, if these monkeys get smart enough, they're going to come up, detect me, and then dig me up. And then once they do, I'll send a signal out to start part 2. And it's like, if that is what it is, we haven't done anything yet to turn it on, you know?
Or maybe it is on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's into.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know how to rub its nipples.
You got to rub it. Yeah.
Does it have
Yeah.
nipples?
Yeah. It's got nipples.
Everything has nipples.
It probably has one of those nanotubes. What are those?
Yeah, it's got a carbon nanotube.
Yeah, that's what it's got.
I think it's longer than 55 centimeters too.
That's what's wrong with Neil deGrasse's game, bro. He can't get the ladies. He was
bragging
about that nanotube.
Yeah.
And they're like, nano sounds small.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not. It's
He's like,
55
actually,
inches.
it's big.
55 centimeters.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, look at this globe. He's like, if my nanotube was on this globe, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
She's like, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah. So one of the problems with the Black Knight satellite photos that feeds into conspiracy theorists is NASA posted them on their own website.
Yeah.
But then shortly after that, all the links were broken.
Oh.
So everybody who wanted to go find those original photos, they just found broken links, and NASA never republished the photos on their website.
See, and that makes it sketchy.
They're busy. They're busy. They got stuff going on.
Why don't they just like post them?
And then a guy named Norberg fucked her.
Bill Oberg.
James Oberg, a space historian, said, quote, "They're probably some of the weirdest looking 70 millimeter photos to ever come out of the shuttle program, but all normal journalistic practices, establishing a timeline, asking witnesses, looking for broader context were skipped." So apparently when they catalog the weird things that they noticed, there's more information given, and that information didn't seem
I mean, are there previous like catalog instances and protocols for some other space junk? And it's like, it's space. It's a blanket. Fuck off. We're not going to repost the picture of the blanket. We didn't catalog this stuff. We didn't go through. We know Joey lost a space blanket. That's what it is.
Right.
And we're like, hey, there it is. That's it. Yeah, take a picture of it just in case. So we know, because they're going to want to catalog it. We're going to get in trouble. We got to write a report. Take a picture of it. And
well,
they
might not have known at the time that I take a picture. He got the picture,
right?
And then they got it back and like, oh, it's just.
And they owe us nothing. So they don't have to repost.
No, it's our money. They do owe us.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to repost the link though. It doesn't have anything to do with their procedure or protocol or anything. True. Right? They're like, yeah, whatever. I don't fuck. A bunch of crazies think it's a Black Knight satellite. Yeah, fuck them. Let them think. Like,
Well, that was my thing. Where like if they're on the International Space Station, that's what I was talking about if they think that the Black Knight is in like deep orbit, and then they're on the space station, which isn't that high. They're taking a picture of that thing. You know what I mean? Like unless it came down,
it's only a quarter inch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's right.
It's only a quarter inch up. Like unless it came down from a higher orbit, like then that would make sense. But like I said, even if that's not it, and it was a blanket or whatever, doesn't mean that the other one's not there. You know what I mean? Like they're the crazy,
absolutely,
and that's why I think people still look at this, because they still like there's still something bouncing signals back.
Yes,
to Tesla,
right?
To Jorgen Hall's. You know what I mean?
Well, Tesla could have been pulsars or something. He's getting some kind of thing. The galaxy. There's
always something to explain it away. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, and that's why I think
know
it keeps
what
looking.
the 3 to 15 second. They know what that is. That's the low density echo. That's that.
Yeah,
that's something that's a phenomenon. We understand what that is. But there's pictures from amateur astronomers and people with telescopes, and Navy seeing it, and the astronauts saw it in orbit. There's a lot of different things that people have actually seen.
Yeah,
and it's like no telling what the Soviets might have seen, or the Chinese might have seen. Like,
there's lots of evidence over, and we don't know what the fuck they saw. No. They're not telling us. So there's lots of evidence consistently over 100-year period,
right?
Longer than 100 years, from multiple levels of sources, from private to government to civilian, across all this stuff, and across some multiple governments.
Covered by Time Magazine, New York Times, CBS News.
There's something to it. It might be a tumbling rock.
Yeah.
That we're correlating other stuff to, because it's like, well, maybe that's that thing. You know what I mean? It could be that.
Yeah.
But man, if it is something left over, they would want to hide it, because it's the whole thing of like, religion will crumble. It means we're not alone. It means there was something here first. Our history is wrong.
I don't think so. Yeah.
There's a lot of implications to that, man. People, the civilization could fall apart if all of a sudden people go, that means there's not a God, or that means that we weren't first. That means that religion's not true.
I used to think that, but now it's like, just because you find that stuff doesn't mean that. You know what I mean?
But I don't think I agree with what you're saying.
Doesn't mean that there's
I don't think that would have been the case in the 1950s.
No, 50s would be.
I think like shit changes so much every single day right now, that if that came out, we'd be like, well, that fucking explains it.
I think we're desensitized.
But I think if that happened in 1960, people
would
have been fucking rioting in the streets and losing their shit.
Right. And now, though, we just wouldn't believe it. Even if they tell us here's proof.
That's true.
We've reached a point where it's like, I don't even know.
A third of us would believe it. A third of us would hate the people that believed it. And
show me the
that,
thing. Bring me back a thing. I'm gonna have to see a sample.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't trust the people who sampled it. Like, I don't think that's real. That lab thing, they made that up. That's just an AI picture. It's fucked. We're fucked in some weird way where there's not any like provable any fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we can make anything now. It's gotten kind of wild. We got the holodeck.
Yes.
And it's just like it's weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I would think if something was there, they would have found it. Like, you know what I mean? For me, like,
or they would have attempted to go get it. Yeah, for sure.
Like I think that they would be tracking it still on
doesn't
some
mean
level.
Doesn't mean they're not.
No, you're right. I would think though, like that. So like hypothetically, it's something's there. They're tracking it right now.
Yeah, they know it's there.
And they don't need to
tracked.
be. They don't need to be like, "Hey, public, like this thing is there."
This fucking thing, the size of a cargo
for
ship,
13,000 years. Like
fucking, that's weird.
Yeah, I think like telescopes are pretty good. Like you can get like some basic, cost-effective telescopes.
Yeah, for sure. You can't see the flags on the moon though.
I bet like Steve McWhorter could find that shit. Yeah, that's fucking the truth, bro.
So
didn't happen.
Allegedly.
The moon's a hologram.
Allegedly. I don't think it's a hologram.
The thing where the continents are like reflected in the moon, like if you look at it, like
that's a weird.
I'm like, is that right? Then you go outside, and I like look on the internet, and then I'm like, I should go outside and look at that, and then it's like it's full moon. I fucking forget.
You just Rodney Dangerfield.
Netflix is on.
Yeah,
I get no moon respect. You know what I mean? I get no moon.
That is a weird thing.
Yeah,
though.
that thing's fucking
continents.
Weird.
It's like flipped and it's on the moon. Like
it's like
it's what makes the
what do they
face
call it?
like
the keyhole camera or whatever. It's like an optical.
Yeah, is it like projecting onto the moon somehow?
I don't know.
It's like the light is not
crazy.
reflecting off it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
400 times the size, half the distance, full eclipse. Like, all that stuff's so crazy. But it does, people also go like, oh, well, what are the chances that the moon's this size and it's that far from the Earth that it controls the tides to keep the fucking oceans living and to shift the gravity and affect our bodies in this way and all that stuff? It's like, well, we are not. It wasn't that humans existed with this anatomic and biological requirement. And it was, oh, how perfect is it that it works for us? You know what I mean? It's not that we existed and how perfect it works for humans. Humans evolved in the environment
exactly
that they had to evolve to that environment.
Yes.
And therefore that environment is perfect for them.
Right.
But people are like, what's the chances? I mean, that is crazy, but there are billions of stars and billions of planets, and the chances are actually maybe kind of great that something of any scenario will exist.
Right.
Because there's some shit with 3 suns and 3 moons and fucking it's all water, all land, it's all rocks. It's fucking frozen. This one's, I mean, it's like, it's just a Goldilocks. If it was any closer to the sun, we'd die. And if it was any further away, we'd die. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's why we're
we grew up here, bro.
Yeah.
Like we became here in that environment. If it was a little fucking closer, we'd fucking live in holes or something.
Exactly.
Maybe not though.
And we'd have
maybe
thick skin and fucking giant black eyes.
Yeah.
Because we'd be underground and we need to be able to see in the dark.
If the planet was bigger, we'd be shorter and burlier to deal with the gravity.
Yeah.
And if the planet,
and
it's
they'd be like, what's the chances that we'd be short and burly and it would work?
100%.
I mean, one of the other theories
here.
though is that we didn't though, and that they found the perfect place to make us. You know what I mean?
Well, the one thing that is kind of crazy, it has something to do with like circadian rhythm or something. There's some stuff where our circadian rhythm and some things and the way that works actually matches Mars. And I think
we came from Mars.
Yeah, like we came from Mars, which is close enough. And
what about
there was water.
What, are they from Venus though?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
They go to Jupiter.
They act like it.
They go to Jupiter to get way more Jupiter.
They've definitely been to Jupiter then. They visited often. They must have a secret portal where they still go.
Oh man, they still go.
It happens.
They have the elevator.
It happens sometimes.
That's right.
They've got the elevator, but it's just women
just
only.
Before high school,
yeah, you can't get in it.
Yeah.
You can't get in the elevator. It's women only.
Then Barry Aceto goes to Mars to get more candy bars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. I wonder if my son knows that. I'm gonna have to hit him with that.
Yeah. Totally.
No, I can't do that. They don't say something. They don't say it to his teacher.
Oh, that's true.
Brad goes to Venus to get more penis.
Yeah, heck yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's how he has so much.
Yeah.
Impressive, yeah.
Yeah, I have a handful.
They tack it on.
Yeah, I got handfuls.
He struggles with those sausage fingers though, just because it just doesn't look that impressive.
I drop stuff all the time, man.
Yeah. I was saying your wiener doesn't look as big as it actually is.
Well,
because your sausage fingers.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
They engulf
You're not
it.
wrong.
Yeah.
Engulf it.
Yeah. Some would be lucky to have your thumb for a penis.
It's called the Gulf of Brad when
Yeah.
that happens. Yeah.
Officially, it's been changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it will be referred
on
to.
Google,
Yeah.
Google Maps.
Yep.
Central California is the Gulf of Brad.
Yep.
It's 6 cups in the Gulf of Brad, I heard.
Yeah. It's a
I
lot.
didn't know.
It's a lot. It is a lot. Yeah.
So that's the Black Knight satellite in all of its glory. Whether there's something up, a lot of seeming confirmation. There's something up there.
A lot of
from
semen confirmation.
A lot of semen confirmation.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of jokes. You jumped to that joke so quick. There's something up there. I couldn't even get to it.
No,
There's something up there. It was already like a proctologist joke
right.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something.
it was.
He's quick with the semen.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a tuna can, but
Yeah.
just he doesn't last very long.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
I don't know how to do an outro anymore because we don't
have an outro, but I do have.
The music just faded in right now.
Oh, did it?
So-
It's fucking dope.
No, it's not in yet. I'm gonna do. I have a
Let's do
list.
this.
I have a list of new patrons, and this is gonna be. I don't know. There might be more other new ones, but more better ones.
Mo better.
But I'm just gonna list some. We can list some in the next show. I just went up to the newest that we have. This is since the exciting new version 2 relaunch, and these people were so excited they blew semen all over their pants. Because they were excited the show's coming back. So
Speaking of that,
if this is your first show,
right.
if you haven't seen this show before, we started a podcast in 2015. We time traveled to 2025, and now we're here.
Yeah,
So it's crazy wild ride.
it is.
we started at the bottom and now we're like a quarter inch like back. We're at
Yeah,
space
yeah.
station to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
globe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Space station. Yeah.
I hope you guys
Forrest
appreciate
Whitaker.
the new Patreon merch because my
Yes.
mom's not talking to me anymore.
Oh, he's
She's like legit upset. I love you, Mom. If you're listening, I love you. But I don't know,
he's
you
on.
know.
Thanks, Brad.
Now she moves
My mom's
on,
not talking to me because of you. And I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
and it has nothing to do with the one night stand.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
He was just like, what does the symbol on your Patreon shirts mean? What is that new symbol? And I was like, honestly, I don't know what symbol you're referring to. There's a couple different shirts. There's like some stuff. She's like, on the new merch. I was like, well, there's different symbols on different stuff. Which one? The one that looks like what'd she say? The one that looks like a demon,
like a cult or something.
A cult.
A cult. There's
And
like
I
an
said-
occult marking or
I
something.
said, and I knew where it was headed, right? I was like, oh, that one, that's Satan. And
Nice.
I just left it at
Nice.
that. And then I waited for a second. And then I was like, oof. So I was like, laughy face, haha. I'm just kidding, Mom. I was like, I'm not sure. Like, if you want to screenshot and send it to me, but they're kind of made to look occulty. Like, we cover conspiracy. You know, we do ghosts and demons and things like that. It's just a branding thing. It's a blend of all the stuff that we do. It's like, in our following likes that. It just looks cool. It's just a branding thing. It's just like a style. There's nothing behind it. She's just like, demons are real. And like, I raised you better than that kind of thing. I was like, oh my God. Are you turning to the 80s Dungeon and Dragon? Mom?
Exactly. Are we
Yeah.
about to have some satanic
Yeah.
panic going
Oh, dude,
on?
she's
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I promise. It's just this thing. It's not a thing, but she takes it very
Yeah.
serious. So
He's
I hope
upset. Yeah.
you gained the love of your father.
He lost the
I
love
may
of his
have lost
mother.
the love of my mother.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be the case.
So that's the trade that it takes.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
It
are
is.
the sacrifice that we've done is not only
That's
our
right.
weekends and our evenings.
Yeah,
It may be the love of our family.
We're losing
Yeah.
our loved ones.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So anyway, so there is new Patreon merch. If you haven't been around, long time listener, no follow, no more. That makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
We do have new merch. Everything is automated. So as your pledges go in, Patreon hits you up, get your sizes, all that stuff, sends it out to you, and so you will not be forgotten.
No.
And we've set this up that way so that to make sure that everything is just
Hunky dory.
honky.
It got
honky
logistically crazy.
Honky
before
dory.
that.
It did. It was
Yeah, there was
logistically
spreadsheets
crazy.
of madness
Yeah.
and crazy shipping, but
So it's us three, and we're figuring it out, and it should be good. So, so Corey Smith, thank you. Carrie Woby, Jude McConkey, which
McConkey.
Nathan Dialing, Brandon Enox, Carbon
nanotubes.
Nanotubes Labraces, Alex Fant, Ryan L, which I think is Lashley. I believe that would be Lashley, Ryan Lashley. We know you. We've been around a long time. Nicole Schmidt Bosch. We know her. Jeff Harper, Ryan Livingston. Don't know that guy. And I'll stop with this last one. Liz Ford. Thank you. thank you for putting up with our hiatus. It's been almost a year, and but it's been nice. But we've been able to gather our thoughts, gather our ideas, and
push
kind
it
of
to the sort of next generation
next
of podcasting, because
level.
it's not what it used to be.
No, and so we're able to bring it to you in full video, so you can watch us nude. So if you're listening to this, you're missing out on the show.
Yeah,
and so the show will change, I'm sure, little by little, like it did in the beginning of our original show. It always changed a little bit. And get our feet wet and just figure this shit
and
out.
Our beaks.
And our beaks. Do we have beaks? I don't have beaks. You have a beak. Yeah. So, yeah. I guess. Do we still do the retarded thing? I don't know either. All right. Well, I guess I can. Where's my camera? Don't be a retard.
Black night hover where the world can't reach. Ancient ghosts sitting high, still preach. Orbit round earth like a vinyl spin. Crack in the static, let the signal in. Cold metal heart, but my eyes stay red. 10,000 years and I still ain't dead. I see kings fall down, I see empires rise. Still circling the block like a parking lot.
Eyes in the sky, I never blink.
Whispers in the dark every time you think.
Eyes in the sky, yeah, I see it all.
Even when the towers and the cities fall.